Fellas, when y'all gonna learn? Stop moving in with women, fellas. Get your own spot. Get your own crib. It's a much better feeling when you can say, this is mine. This is my house, my apartment, my crib, renting out a room, whatever it is, my studio apartment, my mansion, my luxury home. It's mine. It's in my name. You got your living room, you got your kitchen, you got your first floor, second floor, third floor. It's a beautiful thing, isn't it? When you can say it's yours. You got your basement, you got your attic, garage, backyard, front porch. Make sure you got surveillance. But it's yours. You know how many years it took for me to say my crib? And I can invite over whoever I want, but I don't like a lot of people coming to my spot. I just don't. That's just me. I don't trust everybody, you know? Ain't no better feeling, man. I used to hate sleeping on people's couches. And you go in the fridge and you hungry. You ain't trying to eat all every hour, but you hungry. And then it's like, that's gonna start an argument. Why you eating up all the food? You have to eat every day. I stayed with one woman, right? And it was her and her husband, but her husband was never there. And she did not like me eating at all. It's like I couldn't eat nothing. Now I know as a grown man, you're supposed to take care of yourself, but I was hurting, bro. Like I didn't have nothing. I had no job. It's a long story, but it's like we would always argue. Then they start hitting you with chores. Now you're supposed to clean up behind yourself, but then it's like now you feel like a slave. And you know what they do? They use that fact that you don't have your own against you. Well, you can get out my house. I used to hear that so many times. You can get out my house. Turn the TV off. Turn the lights off. I mean, the littlest things, fam. You eating up all my internet. And I was a person that helped this person, you know, when they had to go to the hospital. I would clean up around the house. I would do a lot, man, but it was never good enough because the fact that they like to abuse that power. So imagine being in a relationship with a woman that behaves that way. Let me tell you something. There's some women out here in the world that they don't want a man that works. They don't, because they want to have that control over you. So they like the fact that you're moving into their home, their crib, their Section 8, whatever, or it's their apartment, whatever. They love that power. It goes to their head. It does something to them. So anytime you do something they don't agree with or they don't like, now y'all at odds with each other, and she's screaming and yelling at you, and she's threatening you once you get to, because you want to be the dominant one. You like, well, I'm the man of this house. Yeah, you are in your mind, but this ain't your house, fam. It's hers. It's in her name. She won't need. Look how long it took for her to finally give you a pair of keys. You know what I mean? Your name ain't on the mailbox like hers is. And if it is, then you'll get her in trouble in most cases. Some cases, she wears the pants. She calls the shots. And then she accuses you of cheating. You ain't even cheating, but she's so paranoid, and then she threatens to kick you out. Now y'all arguing because she don't like you trying to tell her what to do in her house, which is understandable. You come home, your stuff on the front lawn or in the hallway. And she's just doing that to humble you, to bring you back down. And now you begging and crying, please, babe, don't kick me out. I did a video on here years ago where a dude was crying. Please, babe, please don't leave me, right? And the police was like, look, you gotta go, sir. Y'all remember that video? I don't know if y'all remember. to my subscribers who've been rocking with me since 2015, 16, whatever. And I didn't understand at the time why he was crying so hard. I'm like, man, she must have got some good. I don't want none of them problems. But nah, it was because he had nowhere else to go. He had nowhere else to stay. And the police was trying to tell him, you got to leave. He was just crying. He was on the floor, kicking and screaming, please, babe, don't go. And she's just sitting there like, no, I'm tired of this. Why would you want them kind of issues, man? And then when you do get a job, she looking at you like, where's your check? I want all of it. Give me the money. Where's it at? Now you got to give this woman your check. I didn't have to. My game was too tight. I didn't play those games. You know what I'm saying? when I was staying with my ex, you know, I gave a little bit of money here and there, and I bought things, but I got to do it my way. I'm not handing you my entire check. You crazy? I don't play those games. Her exes moved like that, but not me. Her exes before me, they moved like that. I wasn't going out like that. This is my money. I worked hard for this. I'll spend a little on you and the kids, but I'm not giving you my whole entire check. You got to be out of your own crazy rabbit mind. You got to be out of your mind. I don't know why you brothers keep doing this to yourselves, man. I know she's, you know, you DM'd her and you needed a place to stay. You in between cribs with your homies or your parents, or not even your parents. Some of y'all, your parents don't want nothing to do with you, right? Or they tired. You know what I'm saying? So you you bounce around from couch to couch, house to house from a couple of homies. And then they woman screaming at them like, when he gonna get a job? When you gonna get him out of here? When he gonna leave? He eating up all the kids' fruit snacks. I'm tired of him. I'm just trying to get you brothers to get right, man. Don't depend on nobody, man. Don't rely on nobody. Don't be asking for no money, no favors. Nobody owe you nothing. Go get it. Man up and grind. It's a cold, harsh world. And you know when these women, or not just women, but people in general, you know when they love to kick you out? When it's cold. Oh, man. I got so many threats from so many people threatening to kick me out of their house. And it was always in the wintertime. That even my own cousin. Man, she's no longer here, so I don't mean no disrespect. Even my own cousin. They love that. Because it's that power. They're power driven. And I get it. Some people just, you know, they really didn't want you to be there in the first place. But they love you and they don't want you to be out there like that. So they just put up with you. But they really didn't want you there. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, right? But anyway, and anybody I ever stayed with, I always had a job before anybody starts to, you know, judge me. But I finally figured it out after a while. And I will never stay with another person ever again. I would never move into nobody's crib. I learned the hard way, man. You come home one day, they change the locks on you. What you gonna do then, fellas? And then then you wonder why she's starting all these arguments with you. She's trying to provoke you to either put your hands on her or y'all just get into a back and forth screaming match, and then she can call the police and now you have to be removed. Yeah. You ain't gonna do what I want you to do? Okay, you can get out of my house. I just didn't understand it, man. But it's manipulation, it's power, man, narcissistic, all this stuff. But then sometimes it's just people, they never wanted to help you out in the first place. I stayed with a lot of people, man, and I never do it again. I'm gonna always keep my spot, my crib, as long as I can. You know, I ain't gonna say long as I can, just period. I refuse to be homeless, man. I've been homeless like 2-3 times. It's cold out there in the wintertime. Look, we in August right now. You staying with your shorty right now, find a way to get out of there. I don't care if you got to go rent a room with some people you might not want to rent a room with. Do that until you can get your own. But you need to find a way to get away from this girl that's stressing you out. Y'all argue all the time over the littlest things. Her kids don't really respect you. Fam, get out of there. Find a way out quietly. When the nighttime hit, wait for everybody to be asleep, pack your bags, and get out of there quietly and never return. And then when she hit you up like, babe, where you at? Look, I gotta be a man. I'm not being a man. And we argue all the time. And you be threatening to kick me out. I'm not qualified to be in a relationship with you until I get my ish together. Man, listen, that'll work wonders, man. The best thing that my ex could have ever did was got me removed by the police out of her crib. I'm so glad she did that. I was homeless for a minute, but I had to find my way. I had to figure it out. That's what you fellas got to do. But before that, before you go through what I went through, and then you got to think about it. If she has a teenage daughter, what if the daughter tries to accuse you of something you would never do? Then what? Yeah. Find a way out of there, fellas, and stop dating single mothers and stop moving in with women. I was just walking past this one dude who's been stressing over this girl, and I be seeing him and that girl a lot, you know what I mean, from time to time. And he's always white dude, tall white dude, and I think the girl, I think she's Spanish or Asian, but she's always like going in on him, just stressing him out. And when he's going off, she's just sitting there looking at him with a grin like, okay, well, you ain't got to be with me. You can go. They always quick to tell you, you can leave. I used to hear that too. Well, you can leave then. Why don't you just leave? Oh, man. Then when you leave, this girl's so bipolar, now she crying for you to come back. Bruh, get out of there, man. There ain't nothing but a headache. You don't need to deal with these type of women anyway. They love toxic. They love that kind of stuff. I know you're a Pookie and Ray Ray, but listen, grow out of that and become a better man. Get you a nice job, stack your paper as best as you can, because you know she's going to want some of that money, and get out of there and never do this again. Don't move in with a woman. You're not equally yoked when you do that. It's crazy, man. Anyway, it's your boy Donnie, man. Hope you fellas take heed. You know what I'm saying? You listen to what I'm saying. I hope this hits one of y'all and you have an epiphany and you be like, yo, he right. I haven't been happy for a long time. And all we do is argue. We on good terms now, but I just know one day that argument's going to come right back all over. It's going to come right back again. And here we are arguing again. Get out of there, man. Before it's too late. Before she finally gets a restraining order, or she just calls the police to tell you you got to pack your stuff and go. And they won't even let you get all of your things. They rushing you to get out the house. I'm like, yo, I got a lot of clothes. Well, get what you can get and you got to go. Do you want that to be you? And I left so much stuff, man. I was mad, yo. I didn't even get all my clothes. There's so many pants. I had designer jeans, certain hoodies, and all type of stuff, man, that I just couldn't bring with me. They got my other phone. I couldn't even find that. Oh, man, it's crazy. Anyway, it's your boy Donnie, man. Like, comment, and subscribe. I hope, y'all enjoyed this. Fellas, smarten up, man. Man up. Get your own spot, bro. Get out of there. I'm telling you, man, you better listen.